I came back recently about a year ago and I saw the transformation of the city, and also there has been a lot of hype almost about the capital of culture, but also, it's evident through all the cranes you see in the city and this kind of ambience, that this scintillation that something's about to happen in the city, and I was very intrigued. And so really I was just trying to use my art and to get to know the city again, and also the inhabitants that live in the city, and to give them a platform to voice how they felt about the city and their place within it.
Now, the title of the exhibition is Paradise Stories. Did you choose that because of the Paradise project, this development of what is going to be called Liverpool One?
I'd reached a point in my artwork and I was thinking, I work across from video to sculpture, and I'm intrigued with what links all of my different art forms together. And at the very base core there's this yearning to find out how we live, and often it comes down to this simple notion of every individual trying to be happy and to lead their lives as best as they can. So for me, this was easily slotted into this general umbrella of what is paradise, and this can split off into so many forms: religious interpretations, people's own small paradise, which might be going to the gym every day, and I wanted to bring that to the fore. And at the same time, obviously, there's a lot of urban regeneration in the city, the Paradise Project on Paradise Street, and so this really interlinked quite nicely, and it was almost as if my art project was blossoming in the same way that, every time I walked past Paradise Street, the cranes were changing positions, they were being hidden by the buildings that were suddenly being erected, and all the flurry was also mimicked by the flurry of my artwork.
Now, when people come to see the exhibition here in the Renew Rooms, there's a wide range of art, from video to sculptures.
When I first thought about the idea of paradise, I spent an entire 3-4 months speaking to people from across the city, all different walks of life across all the boroughs, and it was very important for me just to have this random chance meeting. For example, I'd spend a day with a cab driver and I was speaking to them just about their idea of paradise. So I took this from all different parts of the city, all different people, using my hands, the tactile element of the sculptures you see, they're ceramic, they're sculpture, I use paper. They're really just one way of interpreting these stories.
Now, as well as your own exhibition, you've also been working with international artists. This is another exhibition, not in the Renew Rooms, just around the corner in Slater Street.
It was a conscious decision to have this idea of paradise stories in 2 parts. I decided to have my own work in one venue and also select 8 artists from all over the world, from Georgia to Stuttgart, to come to Liverpool. I thought it was important to have international artists because, I've given a very local viewpoint, but yet my work is hopefully universal and speaks to people from all cultures and ethnicities. And also I was really intrigued by, I want to know what somebody in Georgia, how they interpret this idea of paradise. And so in the International Gallery, you'll find a sonic piece, 8 cubes which you walk around. This guy, Chris Eckersley, he's created a piece called The Note C, and it's just his fascination with almost this idea of the vibration of sound and how it can create a sense of well-being. Also, throughout all of my work and also the works I've chosen, there's a sense of interaction, and it speaks to the audience. The 2 spaces, there's a lot of space, there's a lot of almost more tranquility, but in a different way in the International Gallery. And here, I think the high colours, and yet you've got all this video work. There's a lot going on, but also there's a sense of peace, hopefully, that circulates and flows both spaces.